I think the day of the inauguration or the day after the inauguration this past January, the president signed an order to freeze all disbursements of IRA subsidies that relate to electric vehicles. So basically, any money that the government is the Biden administration was willing to offer consumers to purchase these vehicles with batteries and the rest. They basically shut that off and put a freeze on that. So I think those are gone. I think those subsidies are gone. The irony of that is that if those subsidies had not been sold as an environmental objective, but rather had been sold as an objective of trying to catch up with electric vehicle production in China, that might have been a very different political argument. It might have saved those subsidies, could have saved those subsidies if it was in the name of trying to protect and make U.S. electric vehicles competitive with Chinese vehicles, for example. But that's not what happened. They were all presented as trying to serve environmental goals, and that is a third rail for the Trump administration in terms of policy justification. So those are gone, I think. The CHIPS Act, I think, is different. And my understanding is that the money really has almost virtually all of the billions of dollars have already been dispersed, have already been, they're out of the government's hands and in banks' hands or in the private sector's hands to continue to go forward. So I think those are very hard to pull back. Legally, I don't know how they could do it. Also, quite a number of Republicans supported those subsidies because it was a China response to China, basically, and to make U.S. industry more competitive with China in this area. So unless they can find some crazy legal justification I don't know how they can force companies to give that money back. So I think that's done. I don't expect to see more of it, but I think that will not be interrupted.